Today I'm going to demonstrate how to do Guipure Work. Guipure Work is one of the original Carrickmacross Lace stitches. You can see examples of it here, there at the flowers and at the stem. It's where you've cut the netting and the organdy away. I have an example here. I have my pattern on that layer of greaseproof paper, but first I have tissue, 2 layers of greaseproof paper, my netting and my organdy. They've all been tacked together. I've then gone all the way around my pattern with my couching thread, and now I'm going to start demonstrating how to do the Guipure Work in the centre of this leaf. I first of all do a couple of couching stitches. That's joining my netting and my organdy together. Very tiny stitches here. Now I've come to where I just need to do my Guipure Work going along there. My pattern is telling. So I've just moved the thread over from one side to the other side, and I do 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. I have my needle facing towards me, and that's the end that I want the buttonhole on. So with the back of my needle, I've made 1 buttonhole stitch, and again buttonhole stitch there, and I just continue on using the back of my needle, making a buttonhole stitch there, going around those 3 layers of thread, all the time keeping my thread being pulled the one direction. That gives me a kind of rhythm to a stitch. I'm at the stage now where I need to turn my needle around and put an anchor stitch in there at the side. You can see it there, and that's my Guipure bar, as we call it. Back into the couching thread, couching it down to where my pattern needs to tell me that I need to make another bar going across. So again the bar. Over to the other side, 1 stitch there, 2, 3, and a third. Now it's really important that you have the needle coming out that end, because that's the end where the bottom of the buttonhole stitch is. You will note my thumb holds my thread in place, and again it's getting back into the rhythm of the buttonhole stitch, pulling your thread all the one direction using the back of the needle. And you can see there that I have not gathered up my netting and my organdy. My needle is completely free of the ground material there, the ground fabrics. And now I'm coming over where I want to anchor my stitch again. So on the last stitch, where the loop of the buttonhole stitch is here, that's where I make my first stitch to anchor the buttonhole in a straight line going across. It's kind of like a rhythm. And again, back to my couching thread where I'm picking up both the netting and the organdy. Not the pattern, just the netting and the organdy. And the last bar that this requires, again skipping over to the other side, 1, 2, 3, and again the buttonhole stitch. My thumb of my hand holding my thread that I don't want out of the way. That gives me a rhythm. That guides the buttonhole stitch into place there. Coming back, and now we're coming to the end of this. Again, down to the end, almost like a little vein there, the centre of the leaf. And when I get to the bottom of this, I'm going to hide my thread. Hide my thread is the way the Carrickmacross Lace finishes off the thread. We go back into the other stitches beforehand. So now I'm at my bottom stitch. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bury my thread by picking up stitches there and going back in there, and then I'll cut it off very, very tightly. You can see the Guipure work there. Now, I've one that I started cutting out already with my Carrickmacross Lace scissors. So you can see I've gone around the edge of the leaf there. So I just continue on there. And now I'm into the centre where I'm cutting the netting and the organdy away there. Cutting both the netting and the organdy away. And making sure that I don't cut out my bar. See there? I just checked that I haven't cut out the bar there. Can you see that there? And then I'm cutting right up to the edge of my stitch there. Now, some examples of my lace can be seen. Some examples of this work can be seen on my Facebook page. There's a link below. A link below this to my Facebook page where you can see examples of Guipure work.